Okay, working on the 1600. So what we've done here, we changed all the spark plugs. The NGK's in it. I'll go show you the spark plugs here in 1 second. They didn't look too bad. The spark plugs I took out were kind of oily, you might say. We put our wire ties on there. I put the points back in. I adjusted the points at 0.016 on the feeler gauge. And then I put the new fuel pump on. Now, hopefully it'll start right up. I'll also put the new radiator cap on. The other one's pretty leaky. So let me go show you the spark plugs I took out, the stuff we took off. We'll come back and we'll start this thing. We'll let it run. Might have to adjust the carburetor a little bit and maybe the timing a little bit. We'll see if we can't finally get our point of view, first-hand experience drive in here. So here's, I just threw in the lawnmower. Here's the spark plug wires. Now the new wires do not have these metal cases on them. I don't have all of them. We might have to take what we got off or get another one if this gets to be an issue. I don't really know. But here's the spark plugs. It's kind of carboned up, oily. Another thing too, the old spark plugs, I took this one off, but they still had these on it. And these old spark plug wires are meant to be put on with only on the bare threads. So you gotta screw these off. So whoever had done it last time didn't screw that off, and none of the spark plug wires are locked on. So I go along and just barely even touch them, they fall off. How it ever run before, I don't know. I'm guessing somebody probably changed the spark plugs, not the wires, and didn't take those off, and there you have it. But there again, we're talking about something that happened probably 20 or more years ago. All the fluids are good. Let's just see if it's gonna start up. It should, but then again, we got some variables, so it's really hard to tell. Damn, buddy. Probably come sting me now. Let's leave the hood up for right now. Whoa. Okay, so let's pull it up out of the way here. Let's get it out of the shop. I need to check it for leaks, etc. Sketchy. There we go. I'm gonna be real careful driving with that hood open. Let's go ahead and stop right here. No leaks. We still got that disconnected. That's fine for right now. Probably got too much timing in it. Let's get it out of the shop. Before we had such a power loss, I couldn't even drive it, but now it just drove right up the hill, no problem. Flip the throttle. Not enough fuel. Turning the half out. Two turns. Go just a hair more. I think I'm gonna put the bolts in that, but it should be all right for no more we're gonna do. Turn 2 1/4 turn. That's all hooked up. Okay. A little bit of blue smoke is starting to clear up now, but I think we're hitting on a cylinder we were never hitting on before is what that issue is. Sounds a little bit choppy, but I mean, who knows? There's all kinds of other variables to it too. Oh, here we're rolling. The tires are incredibly out of round. Incredibly out of round. At 20 miles an hour, that's about all she wants. We're just gonna go around the block here. Sketchy. Real sketchy. Brakes work. Well, that's debatable. We gotta watch out because first and reverse is like very close to each other. Crap. I'd say some tires are in order next. That's gonna be the very next thing. Look at this guy. He's like, what in the... What in the tarnation? Oh, these brakes are kind of non-existent. Super hard pedal. To pull this big ass hill. On third we're not. Those brakes are horrible. All right, let's get her back to the house. Oh, I see somebody. The kitty. He's running. Kitty, what are you doing? Kitty, 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 kitty. What are you doing? He's like, what kind of BS are you driving there? She still sounds good. I mean, maybe still a slight miss, but overall, running pretty good. I feel like we had some tires that weren't flat on one side. We could have just went ahead and got her up to speed, but we'll work on that next. I mean, I'm really pretty happy with the 1600. It's been a real pleasure to work on. I cannot wait to restore this thing. That did fix the radiator leak too, by the way. And we'll take a little look-see here. I wish we could have got up to speed. We're just not near there on that. No leaks. Exhaust is popping a little bit. Radiator cap not leaking at all. The new one did fix that completely. You know, I still cannot be any happier with this thing. Overall, what a lost relic. And to be totally honest with you guys, I could tell you now that it's not going to happen because of the freaking Rona. I found a hatchback 1802 and it was in Sweden and it was in a price range I would more than willing to pay for. It wasn't restored, but it was nice shape. And man, over here in the States, the guy wanted, I think it probably could have got for around 10 grand. No rust, everything all original. 1802, if you don't know, was a hatchback. Well, I guess it could have been a regular or hatchback. I'm not exactly sure. Never seen one here about as rare as this thing is. Maybe even more rare. But with the coronavirus, we can't do that. We can't fly over there, first of all. Just physically can't do it. But a car that old is a lot easier to import. There's no emission stuff, no nothing. It would have come right through, no problem at all. Probably a couple $1,000s in getting it here. What's a car like that worth here in the States? I never seen one for sale, so I really don't know. I would say 30, 40 pretty easily. It would have been a sweet car to make videos on. When we're done with it, if I wanted to sell it, I could. But, you know, a lot of stuff like this, and I even threatened to sell this a couple times on the channel. There's just no more of these out, right? This car it doesn't look like it's rust free, but if you've seen the previous videos on the lift, there was no rust anywhere on the bottom of it at all. Everything on there now is just surface. And really thinking hard about restoring this thing and what direction to go at it. After talking with several people that buy classic cars, doing the color change would not help the value on it at all. There's so much you got to paint just to restore it the same color. Maybe not even a frame off restoration, but pull all the chrome off, repaint all the body, fix anything that's wrong. And, you know, we have to paint the bottom with something, some kind of protective coating, and then polish all the chrome bits up. Get some new corner lights for it. I could even buy the brake light lenses, all new door seals, do the interior, and do reseal and valve seal and re-gasket the engine, pull it out and do all that. The car really isn't at the state it needs a total restoration. I almost think it'll bring more as an original state. If you go paint it, there is that, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. Hope you like this 1600 or content, guys. We got to get back on the, oh my God, this thing. Back on the M5. I did real quick. I know this isn't a M5 video, but the back side's all done. We got the brakes on, we got the strut on, we got new control arms on, everything on that. Start on this. I need some kind of table to do this, or the transmission jack stand for the lift. It's hard to get a good review on any of those things. The table had better reviews, the hydraulic table, but we had to pull the whole entire knuckle out. It's just laying there, right? Just to get the strut out. What a freaking pain in the butt that was. So today I got to put the spring compressor, put this side back together. We can put the wheels on this side, do the other side, put the air boxes back in for right now, put the fans back in, the shroud back in. This thing's ready for a legit test drive after that. And that's gonna be sketchy. Some brand new tires, brand new everything, brand new rod bearings. Actually be able to lay into it. We'll do a head cam on that. Actually getting into it. Maybe a flyby.